We're all set? Take one? We're not going to have any takes. Perfect. All right, well, welcome to Stoller Estate Winery. For those of you that don't know, and I don't know why you'd be watching this if you didn't, but my name is Joe Stoller. This is my wife, Wendy. Yep, she'll do a lot of the talking for me, or maybe vice versa. So, this is the segment that we're calling in...
Vino Veritas?
Yes, thank you. You're calling it or I'm calling it? I haven't had enough wine yet. So ultimately, the idea of this segment is to essentially talk about wine, talk about food, and really all of that is life, really. Talk about those things and talk a little bit about how that affects our life and the truth that comes from it. So would you like to start there?
Of course.
All right, excellent. You said before that you wanted some of the Reserve La Crescent, and we'll be talking a little bit about the wines, but we don't want to get too serious about the wines. We just want the wines to be serious with us. So I also have our Estate Reserve. This is a varietal of our Marichal Foch that we grow right on site. So as I open this, I want to talk a little bit about kind of the term that we're naming this segment after. In Vino Veritas, it is a Latin word. And I've done a little research on it, so if you see me looking over at my sheet here, it's because I just couldn't remember all that research. So it's a Latin term, and it dates back quite a bit. Smile? It dates back quite a bit. She hasn't had enough wine yet to smile.
You keep talking, I'm going to need a refill.
So, dates back as far as recorded history to 580 BC. And it was recorded in a number of different spots. But what's interesting about it is that from that point through history, that term was used in many different contexts. At one point, it was used by a gentleman by the name of, I'm going to read this now, help me read this, Athenius Nocrastus, is that right?
Yeah, sounds
It sounds good to you. It sounds even better as we drink. And also for you, by the way, at home, this will be a lot more entertaining if you're drinking some wine along with us. But he wrote this thing, which was, it translates into the dinner sophisticate and philosophers and experts. It's also known as one of the oldest surviving cookbooks, and it dates back to approximately 200 AD. So it's kind of neat, all the history that's involved in this term. But there's also some political use of it. Can you believe that there is political use of this?
No, but it tastes good.
It does. This one tastes good too. You look like you're almost out of wine there.
I know, you talk a lot.
Sorry. So I'll just give it to you. Can you do two things at once here? I'll hold this.
You
I'll
want me
hold
to
it.
drink out of the bottle?
No. I don't want you to drink out of the bottle. There you go. Perfect. And then we can take them again. Perfect. On that. Like that. All right. You also made us a little charcuterie board here too, I see.
I did.
You did. You got to have something to help soak up the wine. Otherwise, you're going to speak truth too soon. We don't want to speak truth too soon.
Better wait just a little while for that.
So, political use. What was interesting, I read in here, it said that at some points in history, and specifically it said the Persians decided that something while drunk, they made a rule to reconsider it when sober. So if they made a rule while they were drunk, they had to reconsider it while they were sober, and vice versa.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe our politicians should drink a little bit before and after. Maybe we'll get a little bit more truth out of them. But regardless, also Germanic people, they would keep councils at feasts where they believed that drunkenness prevented the participants from dissembling, ultimately getting them to speak more truth. So throughout history, and also one thing I forgot to mention. In the Babylonian times, it even goes back to Babylonian times. There was a time that they wrote in, it was called, and I learned this today when I was doing this research.
You paused me to drink, you talk so much.
The Talmud, which the Talmud of Babylon, or the Babylonian Talmud, this was essentially the guide for daily life of Jews. So there was like part of what they would teach in there.
So you need
and
to
it
drink
said,
wine every day?
Well, no, well, yes, of course, yes.
Okay.
So don't forget that. One of the quotes is, "Wine enters, secrets go out." The best part of
I better
this.
stop drinking.
The best part was actually, I have this on my second page in Yiddish. Where was it in Yiddish? This is I like this quote. It says that so the quote was from that book. It said, "What a sober one has on his lungs, a drunken has on his tongues." How do you like that? That's kind of cool.
I like it.
But the Greek guys that I was talking about earlier, they were poets. And the poets, wine, window into a man.
So am I supposed to drink more to understand that? Or
Yes.
are you supposed to drink more and then I'll see that?
Yes, I think yes.
Oh,
I think we both have to drink more.
sounds
How about
good.
cheers to that, huh? Perfect. He was a naturalist. A lot of stuff that you probably don't care about. And anyways, I want to know about this cheese that you have right here. Which one is this one?
That's a honey Gouda.
Mmm,
It's a new one I found, so we have to try it.
it's Gouda, all right.
Oh, it's
It's
Gouda.
very Gouda. So that talks a little bit about the political use of the term. What do you think? I think politicians should have to drink more often.
I think we should just drink and eat.
Yeah.
Which of course, brings us to our, eating and drinking and summer series of food trucks.
Yes.
And you and I.
So one of the reasons also that we're doing this is last summer when we did our food trucks, and we kind of did a review on the food. We did a review on the wine pairing with the food. You folks really enjoyed that, so we thought we could kind of resurrect that a little bit. We'll be doing these type of talks, but we'll also be doing food truck reviews when we have food trucks this summer. We have a number of them scheduled. We have someone on the other side of the camera that's scheduling a lot of those. So as you keep an eye on our Facebook page, as you keep an eye on our mailing list, we're going to have those different things out there as well.
And then the food pairing. So while, of course, the food trucks are here, we'll eat the food and Joe will talk most of the time and I'll eat it.
But
And
I
so
can't talk about it. Food in my mouth.
that hasn't stopped you
No,
before.
it hasn't. It hasn't. But-
So I have the Reserve La Crescent, which is almost empty again because he talks so much. But this one is really good right now because it's Lent, and so it goes really good with fish. But we don't have any of that. So a nice, white cheese. So this pairs nicely with it.
And this one is also, I like this one more with if you're going to have baked fish, I like that with baked fish. It's certainly a little bit of a matter of opinion, but this one I like with more of a fried fish.
That'll go good with this blue cheese.
Yes.
You should certainly try
Okay,
that.
I will try some of this with the
It'll go
blue
really
cheese.
good.
I like blue cheese though with preserves. You didn't put any preserves on this.
No.
No, you didn't.
Next
That's okay.
time.
Next time. Very good. I'm going to have a little bit. So the last one I had was the Estate Reserve. I also have the Old Vine Zinfandel, which is also one of my favorites because it's a really full-bodied red.
You're not going to give me any?
Oh crap! Well, that one. Which one? This one?
Thanks. You can pour yourself another one.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I have more glasses here. That's
Yeah.
right. So,
I didn't say drink it. I said pour another one for yourself.
are you going to double fist it?
Yeah,
You're going to
sure,
get a lot
why
of truth
not?
out of you.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. So you want the Zinfandel?
That's what you poured in here. No, you want the Zinfandel.
So you
Because I stole yours.
Okay.
I'm not sharing.
Well, hold on. You have a little room on here. You could set it down there. You don't have to. You could. Yep. You don't have to be as coordinated as you think you are.
I have to keep drinking all this wine. I won't be.
That's the point of the segment, right?
Yeah.
That's the point of the segment. So, what I also found interesting was different. As I look at my little thing here, so I also found interesting that different countries or different nationalities had kind of different versions of it. One of my favorites is when they include children in this. So the Danish said, "From children and drunk people, you will hear the truth." Very interesting. And so the Danish and the Dutch kind of both both said that as well. So it was always something that you could ask either a drunk person or a child.
Yeah,
so should
I
we
think
ask
our
Lauren?
Children are pretty.
Should we ask Lauren? Amelia, would you like to try?
That's Amelia,
That's
not
Amelia.
Lauren.
Yeah. Would you like to try some? Oh, don't stand in front of the camera. Come this way. Would you like to try a piece of cheese? Which one are you gonna try? That's the blue. Oh yes. You're a little girl after my heart. You like the blue cheese, but you can't have any wine because you already speak enough truth. Okay? How is that one? Oh, you're gonna take some meat too? Look at you go. That's really good. What kind is that? Do you know? Mom, what kind of meat is this one?
It's Bresaola.
Oh, is this Bresaola?
So it's the,
all right.
the beef.
So you can't talk with food in your mouth, but thank you for coming
Thanks.
over and saying hello. Say hello to everyone. All right, go sit back down, please.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't get any wine though. Meat and cheese. Yes, you're right, Amelia. Thank you for popping in there. Also, this was another one. What the sober hold in their heart is on the drunkard's tongue. Ale reveals the inner man. That's Icelandic. And
It's cold.
yeah. And again, so the important thing to remember though is that if you really want to know how you look in the jeans, give me a glass of wine first or ask Lauren or Amelia, right? Right?
Yeah, they'll be honest.
They'll be honest with you, right? So
Yeah, I wouldn't ask you that question anyway.
no. Because I know you'll look good in them, right?
Yes, of course.
Yep. We don't want to have any PDA on this show, though. We're not going to have any PDA, right?
No.
Right? So maybe PDF. Don't let your mind go crazy. We're talking about public displays of food, all right? So don't let your mind go off the tangent, okay? We haven't had that much wine yet. So what else did I miss here? The other one was Japanese. Alcohol reveals true feelings. The Chinese, after wine blurts truthful speech. I have to pronounce that right. Truth is
Drinking more wine.
Filipino, truth is in drinking. Did you look at this one. Read this one. Don't read out loud though. Should I read that one?
Oh.
Isn't that one dark?
That's bad.
There's a really weird one. I'm gonna try to say it. I'm gonna say it.
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Oh, I'm not gonna pronounce it. I'm just gonna say what the meaning of it.
Oh,
So there's an African tribe that had it, and it said, "Brew beer, and you will hear what killed your mother." I wonder if that was. Now I have to admit, all of this came from Wikipedia, so it could be wrong, or I cut and pasted it wrong. So I have to make sure I give credibility to the sources. Beer makes everyone reveal secrets. So, I forgot to mention. So the guy, what's that?
What about wine? We're not talking about beer.
Well, I know, but it's part of the whole. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I should rewrite it. Is that what you're saying? I should have rewritten it. I'll tell Wikipedia.
Yeah,
I'll
tell them they're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you exactly? In Vino and Veritas, we're talking about beer. But that's okay. Sometimes beer is good too.
too.
Especially if you're getting it from Doosterbecks. They do a great job over there. Don't forget.
For sure. There's Nutty Bill's Porter.
Yep, that's good. I enjoy that one. You also have to.
But you gotta drink it out of smaller glass. It's necessary.
It is necessary.
Everything tastes better out of these glasses. Absolutely everything.
It is very good. That's very good too.
Now I wish the food trucks were coming.
Yep. That's very good. So you also have, tell folks, Wendy, a little bit about these different meats that you have on here. Are we going to be adding these to our platters, or what's the plan here?
We're gonna try.
Okay.
So we've had the cocoa before. If we can get it, we will bring it back so we can put it on our platters. And we have had the Bresaola as well, so.
And the Bresaola is unique because it's beef.
It's beef, it's
Yep.
100% pure beef.
Most of our meats are pork of some kind, but
Yeah,
look
they're
at
a
that.
pork blend.
Did you have any of that? It's very good.
It is good.
Very, very good. And especially goes good with a red wine, right? The old vine here, I'm having a little bit more of.
And we've added some new cheeses too, so we've got a whole selection of goat cheeses
Oh yeah,
that we
that's
added.
right.
So
Yeah.
we've got
You've got about 6 or 8 new.
we've got a new a goat sampler platter. So you get 4 cheeses, 4 goat cheeses, so you get some savory ones, get some sweeter ones. So we've got a zesty ranch, a blueberry, maple bourbon and everything bagel, a fig and honey, a garlic herb, cranberry.
Do you have the bourbon one? Check out the bourbon one?
Yeah, the maple bourbon.
Maple bourbon.
And then there's cranberry cinnamon.
Yep.
And then just regular honey. I think that's all of them.
They're all very good. They're all very good.
Oh, and we have a drunken goat. So after we drink this, we're going to be drunken goats.
Yeah. and the other cool thing about that is that we have a goat farm just down the road. That cheese that we sell here actually is milked right down the road here. So that's really cool. It's a cool thing as well. So it's always be exciting to be able to support local. So in wine comes slurring words too. So I apologize for that. I don't know why. Another thing I wondered about. From wine not only comes truth, but lots of other things come from wine.
Babies.
I knew you were going to say that. Do you remember when Harvey Goodyeon, the gentleman who used to own this farm, remember when he told us about the...
Oh, yes, the beer.
Yep. So just across the street to the north of us was an old school. It was called the Richmond Center School. It was also at one time the town hall. It was also a yarn shop, and now we own that property. We're going to be doing some exciting things with it. But Harvey Goodyeon said they used to have dances there. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember, was it once or twice a year, whatever like that, but they always got a barrel of beer.
And at the bottom of every barrel
was a baby. That was always, I remember him telling us that story. It was the funniest story. So, and we have some barrels here. So you're saying that when we finish this barrel of beer barrel of wine, see again, the wine's talking about. You're gonna have another baby?
No. No. But I'll have another barrel of wine.
Thank you. So
it's okay.
Okay.
Because not everyone's fortunate enough to have a barrel or 2 next to their couch.
Yeah, and Lauren, can you pan over and show them this? I think this is awesome. Next to your couch. Now, if any of you have a barrel, it could be beer. I'm not partial to wine. If anyone has a barrel, if you can do this, and you can send me a video of doing this. Check it out. You have your glass. You're relaxing on your couch.
And you get thirsty all of a sudden.
And you get all of a sudden thirsty. You just happen to have a wine thief in your hand. You happen to have a glass in your hand. You just reach over and you say, "Oh dear, would you like some port?"
Yes,
or
please.
whatever I have in the barrel here. Oh, all right, we'll just put some right in the glass for you here. Oh, look at that, perfect. Look at that. All right. Here you go. Now you got 3 wines. Here you go.
Yeah.
The problem is that there's some wine I forgot.
We obviously can tell who the drinker of the family is.
Yeah,
not him.
So, like I said, if you have a picture that you can prove to me that you can do the same thing, I will post it on our website. Lauren will put it on our Facebook page. As long as it's got to be appropriate. You have to be wearing clothes. You can't be in your underwear and on your couch in your house. That wouldn't be okay.
Yeah. Right? No robes.
And this is so. One thing I'll mention about this. This is something cool. Should we tell them?
Yeah.
Everyone that goes on a tour and everyone that has a barrel cellar tasting actually gets to taste out of a barrel. And this one that I'm pulling out right here is actually one of our bourbon barrels. So it had bourbon aged in it. And then after that got emptied out, we then put our Porto Classico in it. And our Porto Classico, if you're not familiar, we released that in fall.
You're so bad.
What? What did I do? What did I do? Did I do something wrong?
You didn't pronounce it.
Well, you pronounce it then.
The Pardo. It's Pardo.
Aren't you supposed to roll your R's? It's
Can't
Portuguese.
roll your R's.
Porto.
Pardo.
Oh, Porto. See, I did it. I did it. Cheers to that, huh? So, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so the bourbon barrel aged. The bourbon barrel aged. See, this is getting better as we get some wine.
See how this goes.
So, anyways, the bourbon barrel aged. Porto. See, I did it again. I'm getting practice. Don't do that. Lauren's shaking her head. Don't do that, Dad, dude. So anyways, So what we're doing on this is really cool. So when we do our barrel cellar tasting, if you're lucky enough to get one of those or you do a tour, we do a tasting out of it. And then we're doing pre-sales on it. So if you want to get a bottle, you can get signed up for a bottle. And if those folks buy the barrel out before it's all ready to go, so we put your name down, we put you on a list, so that way when we bottle it, you're the first one to be in line to get that.
And they're very, very limited because they're 30 gallons, so it's 150 bottles. That's it, one time only, very limited, and they all taste different.
You have about a quarter of it sold already.
I do.
Or spoken for already. So.
I do, yes.
So, and we have three different types of barrels that we're using. They're all, one is a brandy barrel, so one is from our brandy. The other two are from our bourbon. So that's an exciting thing to look forward to. So, all right.
Yeah, this is all we better give me though, because I'll drink the whole barrel and then you won't get it. I'm sorry.
Yep. They'll have a lot of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had enough wine yet for me to ask you if you would marry me again?
I'd marry you again. I didn't even think about that.
You haven't had enough wine yet, that's for sure.
Well,
So.
maybe after I finish 3 glasses, then I'll answer that.
All right, perfect. So, anyways, well, thank you all for joining us. We've had a wonderful time. Look forward. Our plan is to do this once a month. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm gonna do it once a month in the summer though.
Well, we'll do it.
There's a lot of food trucks.
There's
We
a
have
lot-
to eat a lot of food and we have to pair a lot of wine.
Okay.
So in the summertime it'll be more often.
All right. So excellent. Well, to truth.
To truth.